So who is it for? It's for people who are growing their own business, right? And what is it? Well, now let me just quickly explain the intention behind it. What we've noticed is that when people start out to, basically to do their own thing, to start their own business, there's usually a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of a sense of flow and momentum and fun, and at the idea stage when you first have the idea. And so everything looks like, oh, we're going to have this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and and the excitement is just like really noticeable. And then what happens for pretty much everybody is that once you actually start doing it, start taking steps and somehow trying to bring it to life, what is quite common is that you find there's like a really steep learning curve, and there's like, oh boy, there's so much stuff to learn. And then it's easy to go down the rabbit hole because each individual subject, and there's sales and there's accounting and there's marketing and there's online tech and there's like, it's just exhausting just listening to it. And it's easy, hey Emma, to go down that rabbit hole because each subject on its own is like, it's a world. So when you have this idea, it's like, oh, I would love to do an online course. Next thing you know is you research online course platforms. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, payment gateways. What's Stripe? And then it's like, what's an API key? And it's like, before you know it, you're down there in the rabbit hole of whatever subject, and it's easy to lose sight of the direction, and then it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Next thing you know is you kind of doubt sets in. Next thing you know, you feel discouraged. Next thing you know is you're like, is this really right for me, or am I barking up the wrong tree here? And that's when this sense of momentum and flow makes room for what feels like an emotional roller coaster, what feels like pushing a boulder up a hill. And when you then are on your own, it's really difficult to dig yourself out and to keep that momentum going and to create from a place of inspiration with a sense of flow and fun and lightheartedness. And so, yeah, if that's you, you're not alone. And Laurie and I have decided to offer a way to keep that momentum going and to pick it back up when it gets lost, because it will be sometimes. So what now? Stop beating around the bush. What is it? It's called the Leap into Possibility Inner Circle. And it's, well, you could say a group program, but more a mastermind, because the idea is to have that to be a tight-knit community for ongoing support. So it's not a program where it's okay, in 6 weeks you're going to learn this thing or that thing, and then you're off on your own. The idea is that's the place you go after that. That's the place you go for ongoing support, for having a network for people, because family and friends don't usually understand really what you're up against, and have people who are on the same path makes life so much easier, apart from also having somebody to support your posts on social media, and basically have a network you can count on. And it also makes a huge difference when you have guidance and learning and coaching and mentoring from people who've been where you want to go. Laurie and I have been working for ourselves for a very long time, so we know what you're in for, and we can help you sometimes have the insights that make a doubt disappear and make that next step obvious and a no-brainer to take. Sometimes it's about learning something, because making the learning more efficient and helping you filter out what you actually need and what you can safely ignore, or what you can focus on later, like that makes all the difference as well, because nothing is more motivating, nothing is more addictive than progress. And so that's basically what we want to offer and the shape that takes. It's kind of like a membership, right? That you can join and you stay as long as you like. And there will be weekly group coaching calls. If you've ever been on a group coaching call, you know that it's not just about the person being coached. It's just as, or sometimes more valuable, being the person, like the fly on the wall listening. There will be monthly power of 3 sessions or other experiments. There we've got a whole lot of other experiments of that kind of type that provide this insight friendly space for you that we're going to do on a regular basis. There's the online Tech Monster Tuesday, whatever we're going to call it, but there'll be hands-on online tech help for anything that you're struggling against, because we don't want you to get stuck because you don't know how to set up MailChimp or something like that. And we'll bring in expert guests on certain topics. There'll be online workshops. So we have a private Facebook group as a base, but it's not just a Facebook group. Like, actually our interactions are going to live on Zoom. So it's about really co-creating, really collaborating, really being there for one another way beyond a Facebook group. So, and Laurie and I don't believe that there is this strict connection between how much you pay and how committed you are. So this isn't going to break the bank. And if that sounds like something you'd like to check out, we've got a brand new website, and I'll put the link in the comments. So have a look, scroll through what's there, scroll through all the way down, and basically we would like to welcome you there. And just to give you a bit of I don't know, like a special little gift, the first 10 people who join us will get a free session with Laurie and myself. So it's basically like the power of 3, where you're the one that brings something to the table, and Laurie and I are the ones to listen and provide the space for you. So it's basically a double whammy coaching session that can help you take the next step in your business. So that's for the first 10 people only. So that's what's on the table. And if you have any questions, just, get in touch with me or with Laurie. And so yeah, basically we're super excited, and I look forward to seeing you in there. Bye for now.